Well, hello from Victory Vintage Caravans. I just wanted to show you something that I'm having to do on this van. This is a car light. I don't know if you can see inside there, but there's a pot rivet. I've drilled the head off, but it's left the aluminium body, which that is a pot rivet. I'll put it against there and you'll see it better. So that's the pot rivet. This when it snaps off, just leaves this head. If you've not seen one, it leaves that head there showing, which holds the bead, the beading on. And then when you want to get them out, you have to drill that head off, and it just leaves the body of the aluminium inside there. Now, what I've done is I've gone along, and that is actually one of the pieces that was embedded still into the wood. I'm guessing they're a slightly different pot rivet with ridges on. So that was left in that hole, basically like that. If you can see that there. So I've used a slightly bigger drill, and then I've gone in and I've actually drilled all of the aluminium out, leaving a hole obviously the size of that drill bit. What I've then done, I found a piece of steel, just an ordinary piece of steel, can be as thick as you want. That's about, I don't know, 4 mil maybe, something like that. Anyway, so I've then drilled through a hole with the same size drill as I've made the holes in the side of the rail, because what we need to do, obviously I'm not going to be pot riveting this back together. I'm going to use stainless steel screws. So what I want to do is I want to be able to have wood in there to screw into. So with the hole that I've drilled in to the metal, I've then made on the bandsaw some strips of square wood, very slightly larger than the hole, pretty much almost on the size of the hole up. And then what you do is you put the wood over the hole. I'm going to try and do this one-handed, which will be interesting, because my temporary steady is not very steady. And then what you do is you hit that, and that then makes it round. So if you haven't got any doweling, let me try and grip this between my knees and get it back out. So if you haven't got any doweling, what you can then do is, once it's round, you can then put some glue onto it and basically push it into the hole, give it a tap until it's home, and then what you would do is you'd then just cut that off. So I'm just going to get a bit of glue, which I'm guessing you'll be able to get the gist of what I'm looking at. So which one am I doing? That one. So I'm going to put some glue into the hole. If you turn it as it goes in as well, it will help to expel the air, and make sure that you've got the glue all the way around on the actual dowel. Give it a tap just to make sure that it's home. Give it a bit of rub with your finger just to get rid of the excess, and then I am going to find my little saw and then just basically cut that off, and your hole then is filled. So once that glue's set and dried, you can then put a screw in, and it will then grip, because the glue's obviously holding the wood to the wood. And as you put the screw in, it'll act also like a raw plug, which obviously will spread out and get tighter anyway. So that's the process. I've got to do that process up here as well. As you can see, there's all the aluminium still left in the holes there. So I've got to go along and do that as well. I'm going to probably use slightly smaller, probably a slightly more smaller drill bit maybe, I'm not sure yet. But I just wanted to show you that process so that if you ever get a problem where, I don't know, it could be a screw that's been left in and then enlarge the hole. If there's any place that you've got to put a screw, if you actually pulled a screw out and it was a bit open, you could actually drill it out with a bigger hole. A bit of aluminium still left in that one, just noticed. You could enlarge the hole and then do the very same thing that I've just done, make some doweling. You can buy special doweling from most hardware shops, in which case it would be circular. Where is it? There. So it would be circular like that. And but this is a technique of making doweling if you haven't got it, and you can do that with any size drill bit. If you want a big chunky piece, then you need it an exact size. Get the drill bit the exact size you need. Drill it into a piece of metal, put it over a vise or something solid, and then just keep tapping it until it's through. You can run it through twice and it does actually make a really accurate size hole. So I hope that helps somebody with that sort of problem, and it will enable you to then get a screw that will fix into it. Thank you very much. Bless you all.